It is Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for, hey, last week was cool.
Last week was really fun.
Yeah. We finally got Sean on the show, and not just in a video capacity. We actually had him on the show for quite a bit
for a good length of the show, which very happy, very grateful for Sean Rossat for coming on and doing that for us.
Absolutely. We love Sean. We've said that for a long time on this show. And it was so cool they could stop by. Appreciate it.
And hell, it's been a weird week for me as well. Jimmy and Cap fucking reconciled on our show yesterday too, so that's weird.
There you go. Good stuff. It definitely is a.
How's your small-handed quarterback doing in preseason?
Not too bad. I mean, I think he only played the one drive, but the Steelers look pretty good. So it's early. It's the first week of preseason. You can't tell anything from it because anybody from Baltimore will tell you, "Oh, look at us! We've won 24 preseason games in a row."
Well, Jarrett Bailey posted a video earlier, I think yesterday, showing Lamar Jackson severely underthrowing Odell.
Oh, no. Lamar Jackson, a bad passer. Couldn't have predicted that.
He's not the most accurate, and he's not the strongest arm quarterback. So, if he's got these short routes working with his run-pass option, he's a good quarterback. If you're wanting him to hit the deep passes late in games, that's not your guy.
No.
I'm sorry, Devin. My little brother's a Ravens fan. I'm sorry. That's not your guy.
And it's only a matter of time before people figure out that Lamar is not that great of a passing quarterback. I don't know why it's like, oh, they need to give him some targets. It's like, if he's a good quarterback, it shouldn't matter what targets he has.
Dude, I said this a while back, and my brother was like, oh, that's not a insult. I was like, Lamar Jackson is the modern day fucking Michael Vick. He can't throw deep. He's mostly your short distance passer, medium distance passer, but he gets most of his offense done with his feet.
Yeah.
It's the unknowingness of, is he going to run or is he going to hit us for 10, 15 yards?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lamar does okay as far as running an offense, but he's not this like spectacular MVP type player that everybody makes him out to be.
I mean, unanimous MVP of the year. I can't argue that year that he was not a unanimous MVP.
And then what did he do?
He got hurt. Oh, dude, MVPs don't win Super Bowls. We know this. Unless your name's Patrick fucking Mahomes.
Which Mahomes looks like he's going to win about 12 Super Bowls till somebody figures out how to stop
it. Until somebody figures out the Mahomes conundrum, we're fucked in the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of fucked, we're probably going to kick our season away because Brett Maher is not the fucking kicker that we needed to replace McManus.
Yeah, so I did a draft, like a fantasy draft last night, and it's so much different than any league I've been in. And
did you do an auction style draft or?
No, it was a draft where you draft 3 quarterbacks, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 3 kickers.
Why 3 kickers?
I didn't set up the league, don't ask me. And the defense.
Okay.
So I want to cover exactly who I picked up in that. And I think my roster is absolutely solid.
Until someone gets hurt in the middle of the season.
Well, I mean, depending on how it's scored, it's fine. But I did go very AFC North heavy on my team.
Big surprise.
And by AFC North heavy, I mean Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
Pittsburgh going to Super Bowl.
You better know it. So my quarterbacks of choice, my 3 quarterbacks that I picked, Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, and Joe Burrow.
Yeah, no, those are 3 they're those three quarterbacks will probably finish in either the top 5 or top 10. And that's all pendant on how Rodgers is going to perform this year.
My running backs, Derrick Henry, Najee Harris, and Joe Mixon.
Who was the one before Najee?
Derrick Henry.
Oh, yeah.
And then my 3 wide receivers are Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, and George Pickens.
Oh, you're getting points. Tyreek Hill is a fantasy nightmare.
Yeah. And then my kickers, as if they matter, are Jason Sanders from the Dolphins, Chris Boswell from the Steelers, and Jake Moody from the 49ers.
Okay. So I saw Davey in the chat say that Rodgers is going to hit the Peyton Manning wall this year. You have to remember, when Peyton Manning hit that wall in Denver, we won the fucking Super Bowl. Don't say that.
Was the worst season Peyton Manning, I think, ever played.
Don't say that, because Rodgers will win a Super Bowl in New York.
Yeah. The Denver defense was spectacular that game. Josh, no.
Did SRS peck Watson again?
No, we haven't done that one yet. That one's in about 3 weeks. So I'll let you know.
Cincinnati, only legit contender. Buffalo is there, but need to play in these playoffs. Buffalo ain't getting past, I don't think, the first round, if they even make it to the playoffs, because the Madden curse is a real fucking thing.
Well, wasn't Mahomes on the cover?
Shut up. Mahomes is an anomaly.
Listen, it counts, okay? It doesn't happen very often, but because Brady was on the cover of Madden, wasn't he?
What was that?
Brady was on the cover of Madden, right?
Yeah, Brady took the hit from that year's Madden curse because he lost his wife, his family, and then had to play another season in the NFL.
Yeah.
So that gave Mahomes a pass. I think the other time that Mahomes was cover guy, I think they won a Super Bowl as well. So Mahomes is just an anomaly. Everybody else has suffered.
Well, hopefully, in a couple of years when that license expires, maybe somebody else will be willing to take over the NFL franchise, because it needs uphold so bad.
Dude, it's so bad. I know 2K only sticks to like basketball games now, but dude, no, they need to like get their hands back into the football games.
Absolutely.
Now, something I wanted to talk about, since we're on the topic of games, arcade versus simulation. As I've grown up, I've gotten very into like the simulation games. That's why I liked the 2K series, and before that, like the SmackDown versus Raw series.
Yeah.
I'm into like the Madden series. I'm just not into the arcadey style games anymore. Like I'm not into Retro Bowl. I'm not into. I haven't tried Fight Forever. I'm still waiting to get a hold of that, but I don't know.
I haven't worked since May, which changes in a couple weeks. But
let's go.
Yeah. So I haven't been playing many games on consoles lately. So I haven't had that itch to play Fight Forever. I heard it's very repetitive,
and that
for as long as it took to make that game.
That's kind of my issue, and like why I want to wait till the price drops on it, because I really don't feel like paying full price for a game that doesn't even allow more than, 4 players on screen at a time?
Yeah, which is a throwback to the N64 days. But
I understand that, but whenever you've got gimmicks like the Casino Battle Royal and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was hard to do a Royal Rumble when you had 30 people, but only 4 on screen. It's like,
yeah.
Those things actually lasted the hour.
Oh, dude, those took forever. And little kids don't got that type of fucking time attention span.
So I did want to drop. I technically started this last week, but we were so busy talking with Sean and watching clips, I didn't really cover it. The August donation goal did start last week. We are more than 20% of the way there for the three of us to play Luck of the Draw on this, which would be an insane visual for all three of us. But it can't happen. I have faith. I have faith that we are going to hit one of these donation goals.
And I want to play Luck of the Draw, so fucking help us out, people.
Yes, exactly. Maddie wants to dump chocolate syrup on himself on this show.
Oh, I'll do some crazy shit.
There you go. So Josh, it might not be exactly what you want, but there's some incentive. You want to cover Maddie with chocolate syrup and whipped cream and a cherry? Not me, but then donate to the show. But it's got to take a lot more money for me to be on top of Maddie. Let me tell you that much. And
Josh's next comment.
I saw it. Josh, you got to get more people watching to know what they're donating to. So,
and to Emmanuel Dominguez's point, I really do agree. 06 to 08, SmackDown versus Raw was top tier wrestling gaming.
Oh, absolutely.
And in terms, because they kind of patterned that as more of like an arcadey style wrestling game as opposed to the simulation style, but it still felt very simulation like.
Yeah, it was like a good combination of it where it was similar to simulation, but like it just felt fun to pick up.
That's the type of like wrestling game that I'm looking for. Is like that's what Fight Forever promoted first and foremost was it's easy to pick up and play.
Yeah. You know, my biggest problem with I think it was SmackDown versus Raw 07, that damn Spike Dudley headbutt on online mode.
Oh my God. You see, I never played online mode, but I do remember that because my little brother would play Spike Dudley all the time.
You can't counter it. Like, it's so like you cannot counter it. I mean, spam the crap out of it. It's ridiculous. Anyway. So yeah, how did the Broncos do?
We lost by 1 fucking point because Brett Maher can't kick a field goal to save his children.
Well, I mean, he did kick for Dallas, so
exactly, and he kicked their playoff dreams alive. I'm pretty sure Jeff Meacham still has resentment towards that man.
Probably. He probably also has resentment towards Romo for fumbling the snap in the playoffs.
Yeah, at least Roma makes up for it for being a good on-air commentator.
He is a good commentator. He's way better than Phil Simms.
It's crazy how good he is at reading plays. Like, the predictions he's able to do before the play goes.
I mean, he's been in the game so long he didn't get concussed.
But he was better at basketball is the crazy thing.
I mean, maybe he would have won a championship there because he didn't do it in football. It still makes me laugh, though. Anytime anybody brings up, and this is another past NFL player, Pac-Man Jones, and I'm like, the only title he won was a TNA tag title. That's it. He didn't win any in football.
Yeah, I don't think he was on our Super Bowl team whenever we won, but he was a Bronco at one time. I know that for a fact. David, for the love of God, we don't need David Mills.
Russell Wilson in mid-season form.
Not only is he in mid-season form, so is our fucking offensive line. There was a 64% pressure rate against Russell Wilson, the highest out of any quarterback that played in preseason games. Russell Wilson played 1 quarter of that fucking game.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's terrifying. We need to get the offensive line going.
Josh, we kind of covered that on the sports bar yesterday.
Yeah, I was about to say, Zeke Elliott can't believe he went to the Patriots.
Him and Juju's a Patriot now.
Don't they got Waller too from the Raiders?
Maybe. I think they do.
I think that's what they got. Yeah, no. Mac Jones has weapons this year, and that's a scary
It's still Mac Jones throwing to them. So is it really...
I will always throw back to him throwing that interception to the Raiders and then getting stiff-armed by a defensive lineman.
Classic. You watching New England lose games, but especially when it's the most ridiculous way possible.
Oh, and if it's gifable, dude, makes it so much better.
Like the Miami Miracle that happened a few years ago.
The C.J. Anderson run that kicked him out of the playoffs whenever we won the Super Bowl that year. That was a good one too.
I mean, any Patriots loss just brings joy to my heart.
Oh, easy. Another one, Dalvin Cook going to the Jets, being Aaron Rodgers' tailback. What happened to Breece Hall? I thought we were excited about what that rookie was going to do after his ACL tear.
Apparently, they want to load up the NFC North into the AFC East. I don't know.
It's looking scary.
I think the Jets are going to have a solid year. I think they're probably going to be a solid 10-17.
Oh, dude, the Jets are probably playoff bound.
I mean, you can get to the
yeah, I was about to say they're probably going to make the wild card because, like I said, the Bills are probably going to at least win the division.
Yeah,
but I think the Jets might maybe kick them out in the wild card.
That's probably fair. Yeah, we do talk a lot of football on the show, especially this time of year because college football season starts next week for me.
Hey,
are playing in Ireland against Navy.
Wait, they're playing in Ireland?
They're playing in Ireland.
Notre Dame's playing in Ireland. That's actually fucking dope.
If we hadn't lost our jobs when we did, we were seriously considering traveling to Ireland to watch them play. But
well, hey, I can tell you who's getting some of Maddie's money that week. It's about time to get back into the gambling swing of things. Football season's back, baby.
Fun fact: the last time Notre Dame played in Ireland, not only did they beat Navy 50-0.
Well, it's a Navy, but
well, I mean, Navy is one of those teams you can never predict how the games are going to go.
Oh yeah, the individual games are really weird.
But not only did Notre Dame beat them 50-0, they also went undefeated that year and played the national championship.
Okay.
National championship game because I still have very resentful feelings towards the Crimson Tide of Alabama. But
I think a lot of people have resentment towards the Crimson Tide of Alabama.
As they should.
Shut up, David.
Broncos country, let's ride. Am I happy with my fantasy football draft picks for the league I did yesterday? I can't complain. I mean, very solid picks. You can ask me again when I do the wrestling media here in a couple weeks. Because hopefully I will have something to brag about there because I didn't do well in the wrestling media league last year.
Oh, dude, this is like my first time that I'm actually going to be attempting at a football league, and it's because money's on the line, and I like money.
Hey, if you want to pay my fantasy football money,
we like money. Donate. Donate
and also
to the
watch
link.
us cover each other in water, eggs, and chocolate syrup.
I don't got chocolate syrup. Will
But
really hot sauce work?
I will let you know when that game happens. Should we reach the $200? So if you want to donate to the channel, feel free. The link is there. It's in the description of the show. So find it in the chat. Find it in the description. Send us some money. Send us some money for spins.
Yeah, send us money for spins. Make us work out.
Yes. My calves from last week are still in pain.
I don't doubt that, my friend.
And I wish I would have the foresight to stretch before the show, but I don't do it any week. It's like, you never know. You might have to do jumping jacks today, and I don't do it.
Buddy, the most I stretch during the show is lifting my can to my lips during the show. Jerry Jones sends warning shot to the other teams in the NFC East.
Okay, and how's he going to do that?
I have no idea because Tony Pollard.
Maybe.
It's the NFC East might be the most disappointing division of the NFL this year.
If you would have watched the 2020 season, they absolutely were, because that was a staple of the first year of this show, was me relentlessly dogging the NFC East for being the most terrible division in all of sports. Because I think the Washington football team went like 7-9 and made the playoffs.
Oh, dude, that season was so bad. The fact that the Washington football team, it wasn't the Commanders, it wasn't the Deadskins, it was the fucking football team. They won the division that year at 7-9.
It was a battle of attrition because nobody really wanted to win.
And that was like the year, or no, 2 years after Carson Wentz led him to a Super Bowl. Wasn't it? And then Nick Foles won it for him?
Well, you're thinking the Eagles.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
I mean, Carson Wentz has played for Washington, but
no, that's what I meant, was when he played for the Eagles and then went to the Commies.
I wanted to update the graphic because I wasn't very descriptive. Yeah, $2 minimum to Super Chat. Send that there. $10 for the wheel spin. You know I love our wheel spins because we're going to get one here in a few minutes because we got to spin for our state laws, baby. You know.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that because I just love hearing the stupid shit that these states have banned.
It's insane to me that anybody just who thinks of that sits down and makes it a point to pass it as a law.
Like, will the Chiefs go back-to-back to the Super Bowl? Let's get that Mahomes magic. Look, Anthony, I don't wish harm upon many people in life, but I am truly, with every bit of spite in my body, hoping that Patrick Mahomes bursts an Achilles or something this year.
You need to hope for like the Tom Brady like ACL tear of 2008 to happen.
I can't wish for personal issues. Jackson's doing that enough for him.
Well, what I'm saying is, like, week 1, you have to hope he goes down with the season ender. Otherwise, I don't think you're not going to stop the Chiefs.
I think he will still play if his ACL is torn. I genuinely think they'll trot Mahomes out there.
But he'll just go out there in a full leg cast, hop around. Go
Anthony, don't say that. Bad, Maddie.
Hey, what's up, JJ? Hey, fun story. JJ is going to be on a show next week. Ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday is the return of Jack of All Trades.
Let's go.
And obviously, Sat's going to be there. And we're going to have a couple special guests that I still have to confirm. I have talked with them. They have agreed to appear on the show. Just confirming things before I send out the graphic on Monday. So, really excited about that. Really excited to get back to some Joe.
Dude, Jack of All Trades is one of the most fun shows on YouTube.
It really is. I know it's Quizlemania, but still.
Hey, I've won it a couple times, so that's just, self-promotion at that point as well.
Former champion, former tag team champion. I did get
first tag team champion.
You were one half of the first tag team champions. Not the longest reigning, though, because I have done one in like a year.
Yeah.
I need to get the True Heel Heat guys back on here to do that. All right. It's 7:26. It's a little early for it. But
David, why do you hate me so much? You say you love me.
But the Broncos just aren't good, dude.
They're winning the division this year, Greg.
I don't want to make a Jared Bailey type bet because he bet against the 49ers last year and I bit him in the ass.
And he still needs to eat a hat. Although it would physically kill him if he were to eat a hat. So please don't eat a hat, Jared Bailey.
Like air fry or do something that like is FDA approved. That won't kill. All right. Spin time.
Let's spin the wheel, make the deal. I really hope it lands on Colorado today. Anthony, I'm going to say Broncos getting 10 wins would be a fucking miracle this year. There is little to no chance we get double-digit wins this year, especially with Russell Wilson doing Russell Wilson things right now.
No.
North Carolina. Okay, 6 wins is a little bit more serviceable. Will Russell Wilson have more wins or kids by the end of the season? I just hope he has more touchdowns than he does bathrooms. Because that was a worry even halfway through the year.
How many bathrooms does he have?
I think he has like 8 or 9, and at like halfway through the season, he had like 7 touchdowns.
Who needs that many bathrooms? All right.
Ask Sierra?
I guess. All right. We are going to hit up some weird state laws.
From North Carolina.
And it is weird North Carolina laws. Continue to donate if you choose. We're going to hit some weird North Carolina laws while we wait for that. So, in North Carolina, elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields.
Run that by me one more time. There's no way that's a state law of North Carolina.
What it says, elephants may not be used to plow cotton fields.
Who brought an elephant to North Carolina and chose to use that thing as a field plow?
If it crushed some of the crops, I get it. But if it speeds up the process, what's the issue here?
Bro, you have any idea how powerful an elephant is?
Yeah. All right. If a man and a woman who aren't married go to a hotel or a motel and register themselves as married, then according to state law, they are legally married.
Wait, so you basically get the tax gimmick?
I guess so. Like,
so
if you travel to North Carolina, check into a hotel as married,
and like this is me and my wife, but we haven't gotten any. They're married in the state of North Carolina.
Yep.
So, hey, you don't even have to go to Vegas, people. Y'all can get plastered, go to fucking a hotel in North Carolina and go, this is my wife. And y'all are married. No money involved.
Nothing like cheaping out on a marriage and going to a Motel 6. Yeah.
With everybody saying, yeah.
Yeah. That's what the hotel room's for.
Holy shit. That is a really dumb one, but okay, continue, Greg.
Well, in that same vein, while having sex, you must stay in the missionary position and have the shades pulled.
Wait, so I can't do the Renee Young, Dean Ambrose after he won the title in Times Square? Have you never heard that story?
I'm afraid to ask.
Oh, no. So it was told on their oral sessions with Renee and John.
Yeah.
After he had won the WWE Championship, I forget which time it was. I think he was a 2-time champion, wasn't he?
Just the one.
Okay, so it was after he had won that. Him and Renee were near New York or something. And they got a hotel in Times Square. And they just did it with the their bay door open, out on the balcony in Times Square. So none of that in North Carolina.
Mock's gonna mocks, I guess. Well, it's a good thing I don't live in North Carolina because it's against the law to sing off key.
Against the law to sing off key. Good Lord, I feel bad for any drunk performer at a bar or like on a karaoke night. Just there's an off-duty cop that goes, nah, take him in.
I wonder if you get a warning first at the very least. Be like, nope, you're off key. You better watch it.
Just an officer comes up and goes, sir, you're a little too drunk. No more singing for you. Sees you go up there one more time. Oh.
I don't get it. Also in North Carolina, oral sex is considered a crime against nature. Okay, Tar Heels, you can piss off, okay?
It's a crime against nature. God didn't intend for this. Oh my God, that is dumb.
It's very, very dumb. A marriage can be declared void if either of the two persons is physically impotent.
Wait, so if you can't have kids, like if you as a male cannot have kids, your wife can look at you and go, no, we're done.
I guess.
Even after getting married, like being together for years.
The quickest marriage in history. You go to a hotel, you get married, and then you're impotent, and that's done. It's like, geez, that took all of 2 minutes. That's the shortest marriage in history.
Wow. Wow. North Carolina's got some weird sex laws.
Yeah. In Chapel Hill, North Carolina, it is a misdemeanor to urinate or defecate publicly. That's fine. Okay? If you're talking public bathrooms,
all right, so public bathrooms is okay if you're going down like a trail in the woods and you go off like 10 yards off and some random person just like follows you out there.
Yeah.
Does that count? Because at that point, that's also stalking.
Yeah, it's a little bit stalking, but if they're talking about like out in public,
yeah, like just a random drunk pissing on a pole. Yeah, I'm okay with that being a misdemeanor, but yeah, there's some weird gray area there, I'm pretty sure.
Next one. In Dunn, North Carolina.
Dunn.
It is illegal to drive cars through city cemeteries for pleasure.
For pleasure.
I guess there are people who enjoy driving through cemeteries at night.
Like a calming walk through a cemetery, like if you're a macabre person, I can understand that. Who's driving through the cemetery for fun, or in air quotes, for pleasure?
I've seen so many weird things in my life that this doesn't even surprise me that it's a thing.
It makes me uncomfortable that they use the word for pleasure.
I don't think it's that kind of pleasure.
I know it's not that kind of pleasure, but it's.
If it's that kind of pleasure, then yeah, I'm all about this.
Like if you are a creep weirdo in a cemetery, then yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. If you enjoy death that much, it's like you got probably a fuckaroo.
Next one.
In Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. I was just down there for vacation.
Where?
Kill Devil Hills.
That is the most badass metal name for a town I've ever heard.
It's a nice place. Like, it really is. Like, there's good beaches there. In Kill Devil Hills, you may not ride a bicycle without having both your hands on the handlebars.
So you can't ride your bike with no handlebars? No handlebars?
I
no
guess
handlebars?
you have, like, if you're riding the bike, you can't go like, I'm going, I'm just bike. Like, you have to hold control. I don't know.
That I feel like that was one that was put into play after the song by the Flowbots came out. Handlebars.
That's possible.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars. No handlebars.
In Zebulon, North Carolina, it is illegal to stand outside the police station for any purpose after dark.
This brings to mind a story of someone that has actually, because I think there was a town in Missouri where someone hammed the entirety of the police department overnight. Like, just bought a package of ham and started flinging it at the building. So whenever they arrived, or like whenever they looked at the cameras, ham was just all over the fucking police building.
And that makes sense.
Okay.
In Charlotte, North Carolina,
Queen City.
Women must have their bodies covered by at least 16 yards of cloth at all times.
I have a feeling somebody has pulled a joke with this, where they just did like a body sash of just 16 yards of fucking fabric. Like, what?
Who is out there measuring, be like, nope, this is only 15 3/4. We're going to take you in. Can't have it.
What if the layers have been doubled up? Like, literally, like, my brain hurts, North Carolina.
I don't know how women can be professional wrestlers in the state of North Carolina if that's the case.
Dude, 16 yards is quite a bit of fabric, even if you're wrapping it around.
I mean, maybe if you count the robe, like that could be 16 yards of fabric.
Is that why Charlotte wears a massive robe every time she comes to the ring?
I guess. I don't know.
North Carolina, you're hurting my brain. What's next?
I think we're going to call it there, because that one was so absurd. I can't.
Yeah, that was... North Carolina has some really weird, not just sex law. Well, I guess you could even bring that into a sex law, because there has to be something weird that happened out there for them to do that.
It's such a random amount of stuff, too. Like 16 yards. It's like, yeah, we're going to say 48 feet of material. Who is out there with like measuring tape or something, being like, all right, we got to count the yards on this fabric, otherwise you can't do it.
Can't wear it.
Supposed to do, wear a burlap sack or something like.
So, women in North Carolina, my heeding to you, just go out in a bikini, get yourself a fucking elephant in Charlotte, North Carolina, and plow somebody's field with it, just to say fuck the establishment.
We are the power.
What in the fuck, North Carolina?
There needs to be some Kenny Omega laws in North Carolina, otherwise it doesn't fit.
Yeah, were there any weird broomstick laws in North Carolina?
Not to say that there wouldn't be any, but...
Oh, my Lord. David said women did used to wear multiple layers of clothes at one time, so maybe that's where the 16 yards came into play?
North Carolina can get so hot. Like, imagine, like...
Yeah, because you're beachside, right? Depending on where you are in North Carolina?
But for parts of North Carolina, yeah, it's like a long, like miles-long strip of beach. Especially once you get into, like, Kill Devil Hills and... Nag's Head, like that area.
Remember, North Carolina, home of the Tar Heels. Can't have oral sex or it's a crime against nature.
That's the most ridiculous phrasing of all time.
There had to have been the most Christian preacher dude in that room, and that was like, it's a crime against God. It's a crime to nature.
Listen, if oral sex prevents us from going to heaven, I'm fucked.
Dude, same. I'll meet you in hell, buddy.
I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, Mother Earth. I didn't know it was a crime against you.
I'm pretty sure that, like, a lot of the things that these people say are like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. We're not going to hell for a lot of these things. Like, you're claiming we're going to hell for. Like, you're 40.
Oh, good Lord. That might have been the weirdest state laws that I've been a part of yet.
Oh, you're in for a ride there, buckaroo.
That would have been the 1800s, back when dinosaurs roamed the earth until Luchasaurus killed them all.
I mean, he's been alive for 65 million, so he took a 3-month break to play Big Brother.
So I want to know your genuine thoughts. Christian's entire run in AEW, where do you rank it among, like, top heel runs?
I mean, Christian as a heel, especially, like, the vindictive heel that he is, he's just so good at it.
And he's really good at being vindictive because he was always playing someone's shadow.
Yeah. Christian is a top-tier signing from AEW.
And one that a lot of people joked about whenever they signed him.
Yeah. And he's become one of the best things on the show.
I'm interested to see what weird Kansas laws come into play. Buddy, I lived next door to you for years. There are probably some weird-ass Kansas laws.
Didn't we do Kansas last week?
I don't think so.
Which state did we do last week? Because we did them after John left.
Maine was our first one.
Maine was the first one. Then we did...
I don't think Kansas was last week.
Was it? Maybe it was Nevada.
It was Nevada.
Okay, so we haven't got to Kansas yet.
No. I can guarantee, because Missouri's got some fucking stupid laws. If Missouri's got some really dumb laws, our sister state, Kansas, has to have some stupid laws.
I can only imagine. I'm not going to look at it. I don't like to look at any.
You don't like to preemptively look them up.
So,
you are saying Jack of all trades is coming back next week, correct?
Jack of all trades is coming back next Thursday. It's actually another opportunity to donate to this. Like, it'll count towards the Luck of the Draw game for us. So if you donate during this show or you donate during Luck of the Draw, that gives you a bonus chance to reach the 200 goal. So check those out. Either way, Seth's going to be back. JG Williams is going to be on there. We're going to have 2 more people. Again, we'll confirm it. Hopefully have that answer by Monday.
If you ever need, Goldie needs to come home.
If we have an opening, Maddie, I will let you know.
Of course.
Because I do like to make sure that we have 4 people. I have not started planning yet for that episode, but rest assured, I will be.
And if you ever need help with that too, you know I'm always available.
I also want to say too, and this is something that has been taken advantage of before. If you don't donate during the show, that link works 24/7.
Yeah, it's open all the time. He gets these notifications whether the show's going or not.
Yeah. So if you guys want to see this game of Luck of the Draw happen between myself, Maddie, and Jeff, tell your friends. Tell them it's like, hey, donate a couple bucks to this just so they do something really stupid on air and they do an entire show covered in chocolate syrup.
That could be fucking hilarious, especially since I've got really long hair. So if you want to see this shit get messed up,
you have a great visual at least. I've already done pies in the face. I've done eggs on the head.
I was about to say egg cherry.
It's nothing new for me. I think it might be hilarious for Jeff. if we're being honest.
I was about to say we got to get Jeff to do something.
Yeah.
Maybe for the luck of the draw, put the big Jeff Boski on there.
Big Jeff Boski. Didn't I botch the Val Venus entrance enough?
Oh, it was hilarious. I'm so glad you made it into a clip. I am so glad you made it into a clip.
I felt like I had to. Like, it was one of those things where it's like anything could go wrong with that. Absolutely did.
The sheer amount of clips that I've been a part of on this channel is insurmountable. It's hilarious the amount of shit we've done just in like the year and a half I've been on the show,
and with more to come. So I do want to push that. Like, if you know people who would like to see goofy stuff like the Weird Laws, like the entrances that we do, like doing the karaoke or doing the exercise.
Yeah, or seeing us do exercises just because you guys paid a couple bucks for us.
Yeah. If you guys like any of that, please do us a favor, spread the word of this show, because we can only do so much on our end. We can retweet it on our social media.
We have a blast doing this show.
Oh, absolutely. This is one of the most fun times of my week every single week. I love doing this show. And that's why I want this show to grow. So tell your friends, like, honestly, share the show on, like, Facebook. Even if there are a bunch of people that you don't talk to, maybe they'll find something interesting. If they like football or they like wrestling, I feel like all of them.
Or if they're a fucking Notre Dame fan, you've got one of the biggest ones right here.
I mean, you see the Notre Dame flag right there. I'm going to be tapping in the middle of that shamrock here in about a week and a half. I'm real excited about that.
Oh, I've always wanted to ask, because you're a Yinzer and you're a Notre Dame fan.
Yes.
Two teams that have really high, like, traditions. What is your pre-game ritual on Saturday and Sunday? Do you have one, or?
For Saturdays, my pregame ritual is always tapping that flag.
Always tap the shamrock.
Sundays, I really don't have one, believe it or not. Like, I just like to sit down and enjoy on Sunday, just eat something. For the Notre Dame home opener, though, I always make sure to have shrimp.
Did something big happen whenever you had shrimp during a Notre Dame game, or?
Just growing up with my dad, we always used to have shrimp during Notre Dame games, so I make it a point for the home opener. So, that keeps me and my dad connected. We still talk about Notre Dame games.
That's awesome.
We actually went to South Bend last year for a game, so it was really cool. So, yeah, if you guys like football, if you like football, wrestling, Weird Laws, seeing us do really stupid shit, then tell people about this show. We can only grow as much as
we try. We need your help.
We do. I would love this show to have 100 viewers on it every single week. That's my goal. Like, I don't need like 5,000 people watching weekly. Like, I don't need these like Twitch.
We don't need Fightful numbers.
I'm not shooting for Fightful numbers. Fightful's doing a great job. Sean does a fantastic job.
I'm not even looking for Steven Larson numbers, and they do fantastic numbers too.
Yeah, Steven Larson are fantastic.
Hey, we need to try to reach out to them, try to get them on one of the shows.
I would love to have either Steve or Larson or both on the show. I've interacted with them before. Been a while since I've been at one of their Twitch streams. I do follow them still, but it's been a while.
They're always one of those channels that I tend to fall out of, but at any time I tune into them, their energy together is just so infectious that I like binge them for like weeks on end, and then I run out of content to watch.
Anthony, if you send that through the Streamlabs link, if you send $9.99 through the Streamlabs link, yes, I'll count that for a spin.
I mean, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it.
If you do it through the super chat, I won't see the money at all for like months on end because I don't get
What is the number that you need in order to pull out a YouTube check?
100.
And is it the full 100, or do they take a tax out of that?
You need like the full 100 to pull out of that. So, yeah, if you send $9.99 through the Streamlabs, that money comes to me instantly.
Yeah,
so
hey, throw up David's comment right there, because yeah, this show right here is one of the good ones. People need to retweet, follow, and support, or in the words of X, repost.
Yeah. However you share this on whatever social media you share it on, I appreciate it because I want this show to grow. I want it to be something special. I'm not shooting for like Pat McAfee numbers because that's
Lord, I would love McAfee numbers. Hell, I would love McAfee to acknowledge me.
If we got McAfee numbers, he actually tweeted me last year. Fun story.
Well, he'll retweet you. He'll retweet you and like your tweets, but
yeah, if we got McAfee numbers, I wouldn't need another job because this would be my job. We would do this 5 days a week if we got McAfee numbers. You kidding me?
Is there anything coming up on Dynamite that we should know? Is there a good top tier match going on? Oh, the weird ass fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match.
Death match between Jeff Hardy and Jeff Jarrett for no apparent reason.
So the combined age, and I think I looked this up the other day, was like 92. Jeff Hardy's in his 40s, Jeff Jarrett's in his 50s, and yeah, these two are doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match, which I'm hoping and assuming is going to be a cinematic match. The first one we've seen in like a year and a half, right?
Yeah, I think the last one we saw. You remember that tag match that Sting and Darby had against
with Powerhouse Hobbs and Starks?
Yeah,
that's just what I was thinking of. The warehouse match that they had.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
I think this could be a fun one, and it protects Jeff Hardy. This is the only match I have to fucking verify that it's Jeff Hardy because he's facing Jeff Jarrett. But it protects Hardy in a way that I hope he doesn't do anything like ridiculous, because every time I watch a Jeff Hardy match, I just worry about the lingering effects.
So Orange Cassidy is defending the international title against Wheeler Yuta.
Oh, that's going to be a fucking fun match. A lot of story going into that one.
Jericho is giving Don Callis an answer.
That's right. He's joining like the Callis family or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Britt Baker and the Bunny is supposed to happen tonight, with the winner moving on to the title match at All In. The Acclaimed might be in action tonight. And also
Darby, that's after Daddy Ass left them, right?
Yeah. And Darby Allin and Nick Wayne against the Gates of Agony is also supposed to be on the... Yeah,
and a sit-down interview with Omega and Ross. Those sit-down interviews with Jim Ross are always really good. Like, Jim Ross might not be the best for commentary anymore, but he's really good for those.
Well, it's more of a contained environment, so... And you have to expect that those are pre-tapes. Those aren't live as they happen.
Yeah.
So there is the Streamlabs link. If you want to get one in real quick, we've still got a couple minutes. So
yeah, try to get something in. Make us do something stupid to end the show.
Exactly. That's what we're looking for. And apparently the Young Bucks against the Guns.
So is it just me, or have the Guns been like the heaviest benefiters from people coming from outside of the promotion? Because without like the Bullet Club Gold joining them or like bringing them in, I don't know if the Guns would be, as even gifable on X as they are now.
Because you got to do the gunship.
Yeah. I will say I do dig their entrance. It is.
Their entrance is
very aesthetically pleasing.
I think the Guns are a little bit underrated. Like, people don't care for them, and
they're unlikable, which is really working on their side as heels.
Yeah,
and they're the sons of Billy Gunn, who was like the consummate professional and really good in the ring every time he stepped through the ropes. So, if that rubbed off on those kids, they're going to be a very solid tag team for years to come.
Oh, they definitely will be. And of course, Colton Gunn looks exactly like his dad.
Dude, right just in the face. Like, that is Billy fucking Gunn. Just scrawny.
Yeah. Colton Gunn is legit. Like, smoking guns, Billy Gunn.
Austin Gunn is big, though. Like, that boy thick.
Austin Gunn, like, I really enjoy Austin Gunn more than I do Colton, personally.
Does it have to do with the stupid tweets whenever he was in his teenage years?
No, like, it's more that, like, Austin Gunn comes across, like, more authentic than Colton.
I can understand that. Did you see the weird YouTube short of the backstage crew at WWE giving like fist bumps to wrestlers in Puerto Rico and giving them Mexican candy?
Yeah, I did.
I thought that was really cool. Why Austin Theory comes off as really shitty and douchebaggy on TV, but any of the backstage things they do, Austin Theory looks really good.
Austin Theory, when he was in NXT, was like top tier TV. Austin Theory plays a good.
He's a really good idiot.
So if they would have kept that for him, as opposed to doing the selfie gimmick and whatever the hell he's doing now.
Well, the selfie gimmick gave us that really creepy picture of him. So
the one where he won the title was like,
yeah, where he looks like a fucking Titan from Attack on Titan.
He looks like the character from Mad TV. Like
dude's teeth are so big.
Yeah. He looks like he should be on the cover of Mad Magazine.
100%.
And he wouldn't even have to do the caricature. So that is going to be it. I did not see a donation come across tonight, but as I said before, that donation link is open 24/7. If you want to submit it.
If you want to see us do something next week, get some money in during the week.
Yep, exactly. And then I can do the stuff next week. Put it in the chat and let me know, and that'll be fine for me. But it's time for some Dynamite. Maddie, thank you very much for joining us.
As always.
Next week with the Greg Cherry Show and Jack of All Trades. It's going to be an exciting time next week. We've still got that goal to hit for Luck of the Draw. Let's try and get it done. Share this show with as many people as you possibly can on your Facebook, your Twitter, your X, your Instagram, your TikTok, wherever you...
Your MySpace, your Tout.
Your Zanga. Does anybody know what that is?
Your Yahoo Mail.
Your AIM, your AOL Instant Messenger. your Skype.
Oh, Skype's an old one, isn't it?
Dude, when I was doing the stuff for like freaking Know Your News, they use Skype. It's like, Jimmy Baker, come on. Like, anyway, it's time for Dynamite. We got to go. We will see you next week right here on the Greg Cherry Show. Don't be a jag. Showstopper out.
Thank you as always. Stay safe. Stay healthy.